Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to today's activity of the orientation exercise. Today, um, we actually going to start our activity with a workshop on academic dishonesty, and that will be actually delivered by me. So, we're going to have that between 10 and 10:30. And after that, we're going to have a speaker from the library resources. That is the name, and that will be between 10:30 and 11. Oh, sorry about that. That should be 11 a.m. Let me quickly correct that. Okay, so which is going to be, we're going to have that here. Then we're going to have a faculty panel with the faculty at the School of Statistics between 11 and 12 noon, which is 12 p.m., right? Okay, so it's going to take place here. I will advise that, yeah, although we've already, drafted some questions that cut across areas, you can also ask your questions too, so that you can gain from their experience. Then after that, we're going to have lunch break. Uh, so between 12 and 1. Let me quickly check the lunch break to actually, let me see. Yeah, that should be here. 25. Then after that, the next is going to be teaching practice with me and PhD with some returning student. So when we get to the teaching practice, I'm actually going to tell you some stuff, giving you information. We're going to be here. We're also going to be in 321. So, and that is all what we have for you today. So I want to welcome you once again. I hope you are settling in well. So I'm going to start with workshop on academic dishonesty. And of course, I'm going to share you some materials through your email. I'll have your email now at the end of today's activity. So just give me 1 second. I'm actually going to, okay, so it's going to be that guy. So scholastic dishonesty. Okay, so I'm actually going to start. Uh, Before starting, of course, you already know that I'm the coordinator of this orientation, and of course, I had Bachelor of Science in Statistics, Masters of Science in Statistics, as well as PhD in Mathematical Statistics, and of course, I'm going to say I've been teaching forever, but officially, I started my teaching career in 2012 from, I think I started at the University of Ibadan. Has anybody heard about University of Ibadan, Nigeria? Oh, okay, so I started my teaching career there and I joined the services of this university in 2018. So I think I'm 6 years into my appointment. Uh, okay, so that is me. I love teaching, and of course, if you and I've also published as well. So if you put my name on Google Scholar, uh, you're actually going to see my publications. So they are all tailored around statistical theory, mathematical statistics. Okay, so I want to talk about scholastic dishonesty. Okay, let me say this. Um, we what actually, if we want to prevent anarchy in a particular society, of course, they're going to have rules, and regulation. We can't eat cake and have it. So, and that is the reason why University of Minnesota is also a part to that. How can we maintain what I call academic integrity? Okay, to get academic integrity, of course, is really very important, and that is the reason why you actually need to bow academic integrity, so we got policy for that, and of course I'm going to walk you through all of that today. So now we got the central messages that we actually want to pass across. Before I first go through this, I'll give you the definition of academic dishonesty, why you shouldn't do it, and then when you do it, what is the consequence, and so on like that. I'm actually going to walk you through all of that. Like I said, just like every other university in the United States, the School of Statistics, University of Minnesota, we take that seriously, because we don't want something that we diminish or undermine our reputation. The School of Statistics is actually a statistical center, for statistics in the entire United States, if not in the entire world. Okay, so of course there could be severe consequences. Let me say this. Why is, at times when I'm driving, and I got my children, be in the back seat, and I stop at a traffic section when it turn red, and I normally ask my children, why do you think I stop? And if I don't stop, what is going to happen? And one of them say, okay, you know what? You could be get pulled over by the police. And one of them will say, okay, maybe there could be a crash. Okay, so because of that, and I'll remind them that there is a limit to freedom. Because the reason, if there's no limit to freedom, then I can decide to do whatever I want to do. And so, and another thing I always emphasize, why is it that we don't want to do uh, something that is against the law? Is it because you don't want to get punished, or you believe it's not the right thing to do? I'm actually going to say number one, the most important thing is because it's not the right thing to do. That's why I'm not going to do it. It shouldn't be because when I do it, I'm going to get punished. So uh, because if you do it because you don't want to get punished, then you are not being honest. And that is the reason why this thing is not good, because even though you do it right now and you don't get punished, you can't run away forever. You can't cheat nature. There's a way. I seriously believe in the law of karma. Even you do it today and you go scot-free, you do it tomorrow, you go scot-free. One day you'll be shocked, So don't do it. Okay, now, before I give an examples of scholastic dishonesty, I'm going to give my own definition. When we talk about academic dishonesty, we are actually saying that we are talking about some unethical academic behavior. When I say unethical academic behavior, maybe actually talking about falsifying data, or talking about plagiarizing, or talking about any form of examination malpractices that could compromise the academic integrity of your work. So that is what we mean. That is the definition of academic, and the actions, are this. Like, take a look at number one. When you have an authorized collaboration in the take-home exam, and that is why we as instructor, we normally make sure that we we state clearly the instruction. You know, at times we may allow a collaboration in assignment. Even when you collaborate in the assignment, we expect that you have a unique submission, individual unique submission. You can decide, you can work in a group. There's no crime working in the group, having a discussion, rubbing minds together, but you actually need to make sure that your submission is actually unique. Of course, at times we could have group submission. There's no problem, with the group submission, of course, there's no problem, at times, depending on the instructor, the professor can decide to say, okay, submit one on behalf of the members of the group. But situation, and that is the reason why you need to, I believe passing an exam or passing a test begin from reading the instruction and not to be able to prevent any ugly situation that's actually that's synonymous with academic or dishonesty. We advise that you need to be able to understand the instruction. Just like I want to stay in United States, of course, I want to stay in Minnesota. Okay, I need to be able to abide by the rules and regulation of of the state. Okay, so like hiring someone to write your paper, that's an extreme one. I haven't seen that ever since I've been in this part of the world. Okay, but you can't rule it out. We can't rule it out. So we live in a stochastic environment where there's variations, anything can happen. Okay, now posting the solution of homework assignment on website, community forum without instructor permission, that's a serious one. That's not allowed. Okay, now this is just to give you, when I say UMN, I mean University of Minnesota. Okay, so this is how UMN define the scholastic dishonesty. We can call it scholastic dishonesty, or we call it academic dishonesty. Okay, so this is the definition according to the University of Minnesota. Okay, then going from plagiarism to cheating on assignment, or engaging in an authorized collaboration on academic work, or taking, acquiring, or using course material without faculty permission. Okay, so all of that. And if you want more information, I will advise that you visit, you can click on the link. But like I said, I'm actually going to make all these materials available. I'm going to send you to you by email. Okay, so I think I've defined, the academic dishonesty. Now, I want to emphasize on this, because you are graduate student. Okay, if you take a look at that, the last one, fabricating or falsifying data research procedure or data analysis. Let me tell you this. As statistician, we play a lot with figures, right? We manipulate figures, right? Um, maybe because you actually you want to prove to us that you have recorded what I call statistical significance, and you now manipulate your way in. You manipulate the data in such a way to reject the non-hypothesis. When you conduct an research hypothesis where you got a non-hypothesis, you got the alternative. I know a lot of students are curious about, securing statistical significance. But let me tell you this, what some students don't really know is that whether you reject the non-hypothesis or you fail to reject the non-hypothesis, you are still passing information. It is not until you have a statistical significance result that you'll be able to tell the world even though it's good to pursue statistical significance, okay, because this is what happened. If you take a look at your known and the alternative hypothesis, your known hypothesis is the one that is specified, that we believe that, okay, that is commiserating with the state of nature, why the alternative is going to be like, oh, maybe something has changed. And you don't bring change forcefully. There could be change, there could be no change. If there is change, it's information. If there's no change, it's also information. So you are expected to report the results. No any fabricated or falsifying your research procedure to attain at a statistical significance. That is not, that is like that's a deceit, because you are here to be able to acquire statistical knowledge that will make you stand out in the larger society. I used to tell students around me, we live in a mathematical world. If you want to understand the world, then you need to have a mathematical mind, statistical mind, because what is going on in the world, every in different days we got different things, and that is why statistics is going to come in. When statistics come in, probability comes in, and the moment we do things the way it should be done, and at the end of the day, the result that we get, we actually stand a test of time. Okay, we stand a test of time. Okay, so don't do that. Now, another thing I want to talk about. Okay, why you should not do it? Because it's wrong. It's not because you don't want to get punished, but because it is totally wrong. There's something I used to tell people around me. Um, you know, um, one of the greatest sin in the whole world. Do you know? To me, one of the greatest sin in the whole world is when one deceive oneself. Okay, when you are doing something wrong, even if you've not been caught, within you. And if you have conscience, you're actually going to live with that forever. Let's say somebody who cheats, who actually, um, you know, maybe falsify record or and so like that, and he get away with it, right? He get away with it. Okay, law of karma is still going to come, and even before the law of karma comes, that person will never have a rest of mind. Because the moment you remember that time you do it, you you it could depending on the individual, that could lead to emotional suffocation. And that's why I and the only way that person will be free is when the person turn himself in. Oh, I've done something wrong. Okay, so don't do it. So why you should not do it? Intrinsic value, integrity, honesty, trust, fairness, respect, responsibility, and courage. And let me tell you this, it is not only students that are involved, even some instructors are involved. And that's why you see yourself, other student, instructor, even the university program department will be involved at times. But our university is designed in a way that no matter how you do it, when you do it, you're actually going to be tracked, and of course, uh, the person will actually be caught at the end of the day. Okay, now somebody poses. Students often naturally understand that cheating is wrong because it is in a sense of stealing from their fellow classmates who do not cheat. Look at that. You're not being you're not being fair to others. Imagine somebody who actually that is dedicated, spend more time, do a lot of sacrifice, and you're not doing that. You're not doing that, and all we just do is just to just shit your way to the path. you're not being fair to them at all. And many students do not understand, though cheating can really destroy a class for everyone. You know why? And that was why one of the faculty member that I'm going to quote, Charles Dawes, is an associate professor of the School of Statistics. He said, when students cheat, the instructor gets a false understanding of how well they understand the material. Okay, if a non-trivial proportion of the students are cheating, the instructor may believe the material is well understood, or may even speed up the pace of instruction because it seems like the material is too easy. If the instructor has spent up the course, which was already too challenging for some students, it will be impossible for anyone to follow. Because those who cheat and they are passing information around, believe, they are making the instructor to believe that everything is fantastic. Okay? So now we see on why you should not do it. Of course, there will be sanctions and consequences. At times, my wife used to ask me a lot of questions, and my kids. I got 5 lovely girls, so one in college, one in high school, and is doing the college program as well, and some others in. So we've been busy. So yeah, this asked a lot of questions, and one of them will say, "Why do we need to cry? Why can't we be happy all the time?" My response to my kids is that I don't know why, but that is part of life. Because whenever there's perfection, there will be imperfections. There can never be perfections without imperfections. There can never be good without bad. There can never be bad without good. Because if everything is good, if everything is bad, if everything is the same, then there is not going to be statistics. There's not going to be anything to manipulate. There's not going to be any scare in the world. That kind of environment to me is it's going to be a dull environment. It's going to be so dull boring because let me tell you this, because of variations in the society, like, okay, take a look at us now. Look at the kind of dress that we have. Different colors. It's making this place so colorful, so beautiful. And that is my response. But what I used to tell them is when you are happy now, prepare that something else may occur. Crisis is going to come, but how we manage it is what is very, very important. I don't know if I have the statistical model to prevent crisis. I would be love to see that kind of model, but at times they come. I don't know where they come from, but they are part of life. So they are sanctions and consequences. The reason why there are sanctions, consequences, because it is part of the world that some people may try it, and when they try it, then they are actually going to face the consequences. Okay, so being reported to the university, we are mandated as instructors to report, all instances of academic dishonesty. Okay, so we actually have, you know, um, the a particular department that handle that with a proof. We're gonna do that. And some of you that will be doing TA, okay? So in case maybe you conduct assignment and stuff like that, and some of you, when you do TA, you grade assignment. So you also look out for plagiarism and stuff like that. And I will advise that when that happen, you need to refer back to the professor in charge, okay? And if you're the only one in charge, I will advise that you probably contact the department and, okay? Now, sanctions in the course, okay? There are different kind of consequences and sanctions depending on the extent, the degree of that violation, like Some could get warning, reducing grade, failing the course, and so on like that. And that are set out by the office of the community standard. Okay, so that's all like that. Like this one cannot withdraw from the course. If the instructor determines that a grade of N for the course should be awarded to a student because of that, the student cannot withdraw to avoid that. So I think I like it's better to prevent ugly situation because dealing with it will take a lot of time and so on like that. Okay, so we got a lot here. Let me see if okay preventing. I think I really want to talk about preventing this scholastic dishonesty. We can put universities instructors they put measure in place to prevent situation where students will resort to academic dishonesty. I think I got some points that actually number one is what I call establish clear expectation. When I say establish a clear expectation, at the beginning, I will advise of those of you that are, taking courses, make sure you read syllabus. In the syllabus, the instructor will communicate academic integrity policy. Okay, so and I also, need to whenever instructor is giving you assignment, make sure you pay attention to instruction. Maybe there are some assignments. I know the instructor will define permissible collaboration, like to see whether, oh, this assignment you need to do it individually, or this assignment you can do it as a group. So okay, so then well, still under establish a clear expectation, we use what we call honor code in this university when you are writing exam. At the front page, there's something that we call honesty statement and pledge. So we normally ask our students to sign that. They will read instruction. In the instruction, they're going to say, okay, you know what? You cannot seek assistance from your fellow student. You cannot also provide assistance. So you have to sign that. When you sign that, we ensure students are committed, to academic integrity. Now, number one, I said, preventing scholastic dishonesty. I said establish a clear expectation. Then number two, on our own part, we design assessment to minimize cheating. Now, how do I design assessment to minimize cheating? What I can do if I'm actually, maybe I set assignment, I can vary the questions. I can vary the assignment in such a way that what I'm going to give to this person will be different from what I'm going to give to the other person. That can also prevent that. Okay. Then I can also randomize questions. Okay. I can randomize questions. Okay. Then then implement proactive monitoring. We have plagiarism software and so on like that we put in place to track all of that. Okay. I'm actually gonna stop here. Like I said, do not do it because when you do it and when you are struggling, and we advise we actually we encourage an open communication. I want to believe somebody that resolved to academic dishonesty, maybe he or she has been struggling. Okay, make sure you tell us, what you are passing through, and we can assure you whatever you discuss with us will be treated with the absolute degree of confidentiality. Okay, that is that. Now, I'm gonna open to. Give me 1 second. Uh, this is 10:29, and now we're gonna have a speaker from the library resources. Are you how do you pronounce your name? Oh, that's a beautiful name. Oh, can we give her a round of applause? It's gonna make our presentation right now. Okay.